Before we get up out of here, I wanted to talk a little bit about Mike Tomlin. And I've made claims about certain players and teams all year. Like Baltimore right now is Lamar Jackson is my MVP. Detroit to me is the best team in football right now, even with the one loss in Kansas City being undefeated. Mike Tomlin is my coach of the year. Mike Tomlin has to be my coach of the year because for a guy that went out and got Russell Wilson after Russell Wilson had been given the boot, kicked to the curb, possibly like he was on his way out of the league after his stint in Denver. You look at Justin Fields, who hadn't worked in Chicago, top 10 pick, kicked to the curb. They drafted his replacement, and it was like his career is in flux, even at this young age that he's at. Takes both of those guys in, doesn't have Russell Wilson available to start the year off. Goes 4-2 with Justin Fields to start off the year. Has Justin Fields looking like a viable young quarterback option for a lot of teams out there in the league. But this is the same guy that had made a point to say, I don't run away from coaching. I don't run from it. I don't hide from it. Russell Wilson, Sean Payton, who is the offensive guru of the league that everyone crowns as one of the golden minds that we have in the sport, couldn't make it work with Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson currently with Pittsburgh got a big win over Washington off of the heels of a big time throw by Russell Wilson. They're 7-2. If you didn't know, they are the most. This is the quietest 7-2 team in football because nobody's talking about how well they're playing and how they've been able to figure it out week after week. Because I think Mike Tomlin has done this for so long, people have kind of just grown numb to what he's doing. But what he's doing isn't normal. A lot of coaches cannot do this. A lot of coaches cannot figure out a way to get the best out of players, even that are coming off of bad situations. This is a team that traded with Deontay Johnson. They have George Pickens as their number one. Not really a true number two, but they go get Mike Williams from New York, who again hadn't produced, catches a game-winning touchdown. Other guys are still are finding ways to contribute. It just needs to be spoken about how great Mike Tomlin has done this year in terms of coaching this team and elevating this level. And it's not just going to be one of those 9-8 Pittsburgh teams that barely made the playoffs. They're competing for their division right now. They're number one in the AFC North, and they have a chance to go win it. And we know what they do against Baltimore. They've given Lamar fits every year since he's been in the league. They very much have a shot to get a top 2 playoff seed in the AFC right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to keep in mind, man. I remember seeing reports that Russell Wilson, I don't know, man. I can't remember if it was one of them fake NFL pages or not. I could have sworn it was one of them verified ones, but Russell Wilson was contemplating retirement, with his calf. He had a calf injury and everything like that, but he looking like his 2012 to 2015 self, man. Russ, I guess because like the rivalry back in the day with the Panthers and Seahawks and shit. I mean, I know Russ is a pretty solid quarterback, man. I know that, but I just always hated him. You know what I'm saying? But man, both quarterbacks though, Justin Fields and Russ has both cooked, for the Steelers, and like it's like what Mike Tomlin said. I feel like that was a shot. I think at that time we had Matt Rule as our coach. I feel like that was a shot at Matt Rule when he said, like, I don't run away from coach. You know what I'm saying? In that interview. There was some time in that interview he threw a shot at Matt Rule and stuff like that because he felt like, because Matt Rule, at one time, Matt Rule was getting paid more than him when he came into the league. Yeah, that's what, Rule was getting paid more than him. I think Rule was even getting more paid than Sean McVay. And Sean McVay won a Super Bowl. In a period.
I think true. Let the truth be told, I believe it was a shot at everybody. I think that's a shot at the entirety of the league where everybody's gotten so comfortable with ditching young guys if they don't show promise within the first year. Replacing, the molten guys that they haven't shown signs within the first few weeks. Like I think his statement in that interview, which was like maybe 2 years ago now. That statement was a statement out to the entirety of the league, and we see it because we see a bunch of young quarterbacks now get replaced very quickly. They don't get long to figure it out here. They don't get a chance to truly develop. And I think that a lot of the coaching, a lot of the teaching is wrong. And like every one of these cats can't be a superstar, but damn, I think we could save a lot of these guys from being bust if we took it more seriously to be better teachers of the game. So I just gotta give credit.
Cam Newton and Tom Brady spoke on that. They talked about that. Cam Newton and Tom Brady talked about
And it's one of those things too where it's like when he made the switch to Russell Wilson, this wasn't a popular decision to make that switch because I didn't agree with it at the time because you were 4-2. Why are you replacing a quarterback that helped engineer a 4-2 record? Should have been 5-1, if we're being completely honest. You got to really know yourself to make that switch because you haven't lost since. You know what I'm saying? You got to really know yourself. You got to really know, what every guy, what the work that every guy's put in around you, and give credit to them, bro. Those boys are 7-2.